Hey, record loving homies, Brian again. I hope you enjoyed my video from yesterday taking you on a trip to Akezawa. I had intended to make one more errand to the record shop that kicked off the entire Tokyorecordstyle project. It's called Tent Records. It's actually called Share Tent, and it's in NishiOgikubo. It's been featured on Tokyorecordstyle a few times. I recently had Tokyorecordstyleday Volume 7 there, and a bunch of friends came together and we had a nice day of shopping. And what's unique about Share Tent is that it is a record shop of record shops. It is a record shop that contains tons of shelves, and each little cubby is a different record shop. You can go in there and rent a single box or multiple boxes for a reasonable fee, and you can sell records. And last month, my friends and I decided to go in on a box together, and we opened the Tokyorecordstyle co-op. And it's a really fun chance to get connected to a record-loving community. The space and the people around Tent are all very cool, and young and old and from all walks. And it's a really unique way to discover new music because every little cubby is a totally different seller and a totally different genre and style and taste in music. So it's different than what you'll find at the regular old record store. So I have to go there and pick up some funds and pay my dues for the month of May. And very sadly, this is the last month. The lovely owner of the shop, Miss Akezawa, is closing the shop for personal reasons, which is going to leave a big hole in the Suginami record-loving community because it has become a beloved record store within our neighborhoods. So I'm gonna bring you over there with me to have a little peek, to check in on the Tokyorecordstyle co-op cubby within the Share Tent record shop. I doubt Akezawa-san is willing to say hello. She's somewhat camera averse, but it's fine. That's no big deal there. But come with me on a trip to Tent and you can see a really unique record shop, one of a kind really in Tokyo, and the shop that inspired the entire Tokyorecordstyle project. It was there that I first went and thought, wow, this is really remarkable. I should share about this with my record-loving friends, and that is what sparked me to continue documenting record-loving in Tokyo. So come with me, let's go to Share Tent in NishiOgikubo. Kind of cool. Lots of little shops down this short down, little bars and boutiques, bicycle shops, salons. It's Monday, it's a holiday, so some of the things are closed. Unknown records right there, just past it. Upstairs. It's great for t-shirts actually. If you're interested in like music, t-shirts, and hats and stickers and patches and things like that, it's a nice place to check out. There's a cool bookstore right there. I think you have a record there as well. Here we are. Welcome to Tent. So it's really windy today, and sorry if you're getting some noise here in the mic. But welcome to Share Tent Shelf. I never quite know how to say it in Japanese. Share Music Shelf, I believe, is the correct name. It doesn't really actually have an English name, but Tent Records on Twitter and on Instagram. Share Tent Shelf, Music Shelf. Basically, it's a shop of shops. The only real stipulation is that your shop needs to have some sort of music-related goods in it. It's run by the very lovely Akezawa-san, and I was riding my bike past here one time, and I just spotted it out of the corner of my eye, and I walked in there and I said, what's going on here? She said, oh, we just opened last month, and it's a new record shop. Come check it out. So she explained to me that it was the concept that's not completely uncommon in Japan, where if you have a collection of things like maybe toys or collectibles from childhood or any number of things, Pokemon cards and this kind of subculture stuff, you can rent a box in places like Nakano Broadway or Akihabara, where these subcultures thrive, and there are these shops inside these sort of shopping malls where you can rent a little box and sell, a limited number of goods. It's an easy way for somebody who maybe doesn't have the capital to open up a shop to participate in some trading and commerce and, be part of the economy. So Tent is a really, really cool shop, and very sadly, it's closing its doors at the end of this month. So I really recommend you come and visit Tent before it's gone. I don't think there will be another shop quite like Tent unless somebody from within the community takes it upon themselves to open a shop similar to Tent. And I think that would be a very worthy endeavor for somebody to do. So, like I said, Akezawa-san is not too keen to be on camera. There's the Chuo line. It's the train that cuts across Tokyo. But I'm gonna ask her if I can come in after I take care of my business, if I can just do a few little photos and maybe video, but I don't want to disturb the customers that are in there right now. There seems to be quite a few, so to be continued. So this is crazy cool Tent. Share Music Shelf Tent. I never get the name quite right. But there's about maybe, I'm gonna guess, close to 100 boxes. And each one is different. And it's the most interesting way to discover new music, because it's not like a normal record shop. Every box is a different person with a different person's musical taste. And you can find like so many different kind of just pockets of interesting music that you just don't discover the same way at a typical record store. It's a very, very interesting way to go record shopping and crate digging. So all the record shops have unique little names. Here's Tokyo Recordstyle Co-op. Here's some shops I don't know about. Here's Beatnik Groove, another popular shop around here. Here is Polka Records. And this is what I mean, like all these records are like interesting Brazil, like non-categorized, but interesting, like from new, old. Gal Costa, I'd love to have this one. And just like interesting South American and Brazilian records. Beatnik Groove is like Beatles records. Tokyo Record Style is me, Bemsha, and Michael Warren. It's just a hodgepodge of records that we like. Our buddy down here is Unknown Treasures Music. He's like a 12-year-old kid who's learning about record shops and, you know, running a little business, making some extra money. And he writes these beautiful obies. I'll read this one to you. Great, funky, and fun album. Each Fela album is different, but they all share the same great, funky music. Check it out. You know, an awesome Upside Down from Fela Kuti. You know, the concept of the share music tent is that each box it's generally records, but it should have some music related goods. And here we have like an amazing super hi-fi Sony Walkman, one of the like first ones. There were a couple of old school Apple disk drives here that maybe were cool for hi-fi disk transports. This person's got some coffee and music combo going. Here we've got cassettes and lots of cassettes. Down here on the bottom row, there are CDs and more cassettes and different kinds of musical related goods. I love this. I found this little shop over here. This one's called Paka Paka, and I'm not quite totally sure, but her brand I think has to do with alpacas, and she makes these fun can badges with various homages to famous record jackets. This one is Sweet Paka Paka. I think that's Closing Time from Tom Waits. Alpaca Hotel by the Doors. Every week, the owner of the shop here, Akezawa-san, she features some of the records, she displays them, and she has a couple of different programs that people can come and participate in the record store, and some of them involve commission type arrangement and some of them are different. But she works really hard to feature all the different boxes, and you can follow Tent Records on Instagram, Tent Record, and also on Twitter. And we've got customers coming in, so I want to be mindful that I don't photograph any customers. 大丈夫? カメラ OK ですか? OK, すいません. Just meaning on a YouTube video. すいません. I just wanted to take a moment to pause here and show you some of the different shops. Of the 100 boxes listed, some of the shops have a few cubes that they keep, but mostly every individual box is run by a different record shop, and they're all really unique and interesting. And again, I just want to celebrate this aspect of this amazing record shop. Tent is really one of a kind. I really encourage you to check out this record shop before it closes. And because Akezawa-san was a little bit nervous with me running around the shop, I was actually a little bit nervous just trying to get wrapped here pretty quickly. I didn't get a chance to mention that there are tons of records on sale. I saw heaps of records that were 20% off, 30% off. The featured store of the day that was on the middle of the table had several dozen record store day and other releases that were some 15 to 25% off the original price. Now is a great time to go in there and get some records that you've been after. Tons of city pop, tons of Tatsuro Yamashita. I saw all the Happy End records, the new Who releases, and a bunch of records that I recognize that I'm drawing a blank on now. But I really encourage you to go and jump on some of those last minute clearance deals. Do it! And don't miss this amazing record shop. Okay, continue, Brian. And that's about it. I'll just wrap it up there. But it's a really cool shop, and the very tragic thing is that Tent is going to be saying goodbye to this space and going on hold. So this is your last chance to come check this amazing, unique record store in Tokyo out. It's going on until the end of this month, May 2024. So we're all really gonna miss it because it's an amazing shop, and I hope there's a second chapter of this. And actually, I did score one record today that I pulled the trigger on because of my friend Caroline, who's editing and helping me with all the Tokyo Record Style newsletters. But I scored Andy Schauf's Party record from 2016. I think it's called, yeah, The Party. A great killer record. I'm really looking for more Andy Shelf records. And there's a cool listening station that you can check records out on. And there's always great music. Right now is Kikagaku Moyo, these really cool rockers from Japan who are just really psychedelic. I saw a couple of other records of theirs over there. So thank you for letting me hang out and do a video. I know I'm coming in here and always making trouble, and I really appreciate that this was the shop that kicked off the Tokyorecordstyle project and really inspired me to share more about record appreciation and music loving in Tokyo. So a very, 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 very big shout out to Tent. I'm so grateful for this shop. It really helped me create this really fun project that I'm having so much fun doing, and I'm going to remember and keep this shop close in my heart. So please come and check it out before you miss the chance. Pay a visit to Tokyorecordstyle Co-op while you're here, pick up a record, and just check out the boxes. There's so much good music to be had in here. Yeah, NishiOgikubo on the Chuo line, right before you get to Kichijoji, kind of halfway between Shinjuku and Kichijoji. Tent Records. Super, super, super cool shop. One of a kind, only in Tokyo. I hope you can make it before it's over. We're really gonna miss it. Maybe there'll be another chapter of Tent at some point. Maybe it'll be taken up by one of the boxes here, who knows? I hope so. Can only keep your fingers crossed. Okay, thanks for joining me for another visit to another cool record shop in Tokyo. I appreciate it. Until next time, see you at the record store. Bye. P.S. Come with me on my ride home. You can see a little bit more of Tokyo. Okay, let's go. That's 10 records. Very cool shop. Shop numbers quite shy, so I understand. So I was trying very hard to find my P's and Q's and just check their lighting. And yeah, you gotta see 10 records. I'm glad that I got the video. I'll do my work. At least I had a chance to visit their number of times and document it for Tokyorecordstyleday there. And you know, for it to kick off the whole project altogether. So very happy. It would have been nice to have a really back and forth with Akezawa-san, but hey, they're going to do this. This is a very long shopping street. Everybody is wrapping up their golden week festivities. Everybody has some days off, maybe they have 4 or 5 days off, maybe they have 10 days off. Golden week schedule allowed for people to combine some work holidays with other holidays and the opening. As many as 6 days off. Whoa, Cadillac. Woo! Yeah, that is beautiful. Woo! Don't have to too. Let's have it for a while.